Boom hammer. Da, da. Why don't you call my name? Da, wow. I wanna use the boom hammer. Da, da.
Remember that last episode where I beat Ludwig?
Sledgehammer. What? Yes, I do. Yeah. Oh, I'm spinning around. Get out of my way.
That made me feel quite ill.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Where are you going then? Lead
right.
the way.
So we're gonna go and head back to the Hunter's Dream.
All right.
And use the Bleckos.
All the tasty Bleckos that we got because I killed Ludwig.
You did a smashing job. Yeah.
Christmas Ludwig. I just realised something as well.
Which is?
I didn't answer Pon's question of what was the best and worst gig you've ever been to.
That's very true.
And who would I like to see? I still think no. Wait, why go back to 89? Spend all the echoes on 89 because we can't level up, or don't.
Well, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
I was well aware of how many we need.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna answer.
Yes.
The question. All right. So
I'm gonna bumble around here.
Right. The best gig I've ever been to. It's two. One of them might surprise you. So Foo Fighters. I went to see Foo Fighters in Milton Keynes Bowl 4 years ago.
Right.
And it was honestly just the best show I've ever been to. It was incredible. They sounded incredible. They looked incredible. The show was incredible. Are you fixing stuff or?
Yeah. We need to. I think we need to. Yeah, chuck some stuff on here.
All right. Well, anyway.
Do we need blood gem fortification? I wonder. I'm not sure. I'll have a look anyways.
All right. Well, anyway. So Foo Fighters. So good.
Yeah?
Absolutely fucking brilliant. And this is when he broke his leg. So he was in a wheelchair for...
Oh, yeah. Ever being the trooper, Mr. Grohl.
Yeah, he had a throne made out of guitars. A throne on wheels made out of guitars. And he could just sit on his throne of guitars and be wheeled about the stage.
Could he play the chair?
He could play the chair like an absolute bad man.
Of course.
But yeah, that was incredible. And because I went with my best mate back home, Ian, and we had an absolute blast. We went to a cocktail bar, or a hotel with a cocktail bar in it, on the way to the stadium.
Did you meet someone who was working as a waitress in there?
We did, actually. She was lovely.
Yeah?
We were sat there talking.
Did you pick her up and shake her out and turn her around and turn her into someone new?
No, because that would have got me thrown out. But it was just me and Ian sat at the bar talking to this girl, and we were just buying like one of everything. And there was,
as you usually do,
I can't. It's the logo for it's 3 monkeys. It's like monkey paw or something, and it's a rum. And one of the cocktails that we had came in these like cast iron flagons with the monkey paw or whatever.
Why does this sounds like you're describing like an episode of Tales from the Crypt?
But yeah, we actually said to us like, "Oh, these are amazing. Can we keep these? Can we keep these flagons?"
The flagons, yeah.
And she was like, "Well, no, because we're not allowed to give them out. But I am about to go over there and turn my back while I restock the shelf. And if they are to go missing while I am not looking, then there's nothing I can do about that, is there?"
It's not on my head, yeah.
So she wandered over there and turned around, and me and Ian just went, "Oop," and plopped them in.
I've got to wonder, right? What do you reckon is like the sort of national average for the amount of beer glasses, shot glasses, etc., that either get broken or stolen in general? It must be like thousands.
Well, see this one here?
Yeah.
I stole that from a bar in Newquay when my brother got married.
Is this because of the terrible driving that you had to put up with? Or the terrible roads that you had to put up with, rather?
It was a nice glass. And
I'm going to fuck up this dude.
Take that, Prometheus.
Oh, yeah, but I got shot by...
Then you Brad Bacon Bell. That's not...
Dingy Bad Breaking Bell.
Yeah, making his
That's
return.
that's the sort of backwards version of Saved by the Bell.
Dingy Bad Breaking Bell. That's like a small cheese
Yeah.
that you get in wheelchairs. It's a little wheelchair cheese.
That'd be brilliant. Cheese for the less able-bodied.
It's just called cheese,
No,
Mark.
you know what I mean.
I'm afraid I don't know what you mean, Mark. But anyway, so we had these flagons, tankards we were calling them.
Yeah.
So we had these tankards.
What's the difference between a flagon and a tankard?
About 20 quid, I think.
Oh, fair enough.
I've got no idea.
Or maybe a pirate/medieval thing.
Yeah,
Depends where
one's
you
for
are.
pirates, one's for Vikings.
Yeah.
And
Right, let's go fuck up this other hunter.
this one,
Yeah, you can chuck your
Zappy McGee.
old Sub-Zero over
I'm
there.
still trying to tell my story.
Carry on.
There's a lot of tangents. So we're going up to this gig with 2 cast iron flagon cup things that you're not allowed to take in.
You didn't really think it through, did you?
We did not. So we took all of our coats off, like, because it was raining when we went, but then it got really sunny. So I took my jacket off and I took my jumper off, put it in the jumper, and then shoved that down the sleeve of the jacket, really elaborate, and then held it there. And when if they were like, "Oh, can we pat you down?" I go, "Yeah, no problem." Hold where the flagon was, and that's mean.
What do we do? This is like stuffing the turkey, Bloodborne edition.
Yeah, and it's not even Christmas anymore.
But look at the bell. He's been immortalised. We've killed him enough times.
But
oh no, I know where we're going now. This is going to be fun.
No, it's not. Nothing in this DLC is fun, apart from when I killed Ludwig. But
you're riding that high.
we had the so I was all prepared to sort of sneak this thing in, and I just walked straight through 2 security guards and didn't get patted down.
Excellent.
And the same thing happened to Ian. So then we're running around with our tankards, and we're getting beer, and people, because we've got them and we're drinking them, we're running up to people going, "Fill the tankard," and they're going, "Yeah," and they're just pouring beer in our tankard for us. So people were filling our tankards for us, and they were asking for photos with us because we were the coolest guys, because
you had tankards.
We had tankards and they didn't, and it was really funny. And then it got to the because we had standing tickets, but then there was like the VIP standing at the front, and I was like, "Oh, we should go down there," even though we didn't have the VIP tickets. And I walked straight in.
Yeah.
With my tankard.
And I was like, with it?
I was like, "Wait," and I walked in because I noticed there was the security guard turned around, and as they turned around, I went in behind them and then just kept strolling with confidence like we're supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Ian was stood there hesitating.
Oh shit, we shouldn't be walking in this.
And
I think this is poisonous.
And then he oh god damn it.
No,
it's only slow poison.
Okay, yeah, we'll be fine.
But he hesitated and then tried to walk in as the security turned back round, and
he got carded.
And they were like, "Where are you going?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm coming in here." And they were like, "What wristband have you got?" And they were like, "Oh, you shouldn't have that with the flagging and that." And he was like, "All right, see you," and ran off.
And that was the last.
That was the last I ever saw of Ian. But
this is one of the reasons why it was the best gig, because you ditched your friend.
I know.
You ditched your flagon partner.
Because I am the nicest guy, sacrificed myself to the gods. I was like, all right, well, if he's not going to be in this area with me, I'm not going to stay in here without him.
That's a noble gesture.
So I just walked out and joined up with him. But yeah, the gig was amazing. It was so good. And the second gig that's sort of like on par with it is...
I know who you're going to say.
Go on.
It's Taylor Swift.
It's Taylor Swift.
Old Tay-Tay.
It's Taylor Swift at Hyde Park. I was a little bit under the influence of stuff, and
the love that you felt for Miss Swift.
We shook it off all night. I went with Elliot, who I started the Strange Play channel with, who I started the sister channel with, and we just had the best night. And it was it was so good. She's so good. I love her so much. And she's like, I'm gonna marry that woman. Don't tell my girlfriend. Don't tell Taylor, otherwise she won't. I don't think she'll be down for it. But she'll wake up one day, she'll be married. That'll be me. I just want her to write a song about me, and then I'll be like, cool.
You got to break up with her then.
I don't want to do that. I don't know.
Just Rik, we're never.
And I'd be like, well, that's fine.
Sharing flagons together.
Yeah, you're not eating Tay-Tay. Calm your Tay-Tays. So yeah, they were the two best ones.
Oh, easy now.
The worst one I ever went to was Typo Negative.
Oh, okay.
It
wasn't the Astoria gig, was it?
No, it was in
because that was fucking great.
Birmingham.
Oh.
It was in Birmingham. It was a couple of years before he died.
Okay.
So he wasn't with it. They were an hour and a half late coming on. The only band I've ever seen come close to that was Guns N' Roses.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, I think they're an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Like, they were a long time. They were very late coming on, and they do this whole thing where they get the crowd to chant "You suck," and they're like, "Hey, we suck."
Yeah, and they usually play like a really like kind of goofy backing track before they actually take to the stage.
Yeah, they were playing like Magical Mystery Tour or something.
That's it. Yeah.
And yeah, there was no love in the "You suck" chants this time. People were throwing stuff at him. Generally, Pete Steele came on, mumbled his way through about 2 songs, got annoyed with everyone not loving him, and walked off. I think they played.
I mean, the clue's in the name, mate. Negative.
They played like 3 or 4 songs.
Which is about half an hour.
Badly after coming on.
Whoa!
Late.
Oh Christ!
You've got this. After coming on late, and then just left, and we were actually trying to get refunds and everything to do that bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've actually I had a thought as well. One of the worst gigs, and it wasn't even a gig that I went to, was I think it was either Kerrang or Metal Hammer, but they organised this gig in, I'm pretty sure it was the Brixton Academy, but it was a very eclectic lineup. It was Japanese metal / nut jobs, Deer and Grey, who I fucking adore. Mindless Self-Indulgence.
Oh, this sounds amazing.
And there was a couple of other bands on the bill as well. I think there was another 2 or 3 bands. And for the entirety of us queuing up to get in, the power was going on and off throughout the entirety of Brixton.
Oh,
yeah.
Awesome.
So I mean, I was kind of relatively near the front. For some reason, there wasn't a huge crowd. Actually, no, it's because I got there about an hour and a half early, I think. And we're sort of like watching lights be turned on and off, and street lights going on and off, and the restaurant opposite us, they actually cleared out at one point because the lighting was all off. And we're sort of all standing there, and then this hulking great fucking security guard decided to take umbrage with me. I can't remember if I was mohawked or not. I can't remember if I was or not.
Actually, no. How many of these is there?
Yeah, I know. No, I was. I think
Careful.
I was maybe... Yeah, all right, we'll be fine.
Careful.
There we go. Getting some health, getting some health back. Okay. But yeah, this massive Australian security guard just took umbrage with my appearance and demanded that I couldn't come in because I was going to be a personal hazard to everyone.
You would have been hawked at that point. Then.
I was, yeah. And I just said, mate, like I say to everyone who ever questions me about, the standard thing I always get asked is, in a jokey way, oh, I wouldn't want to get a headbutt off of you. I'm thinking, mate, it's not embedded in my skull. It's under the skin.
It'd hurt you a lot more.
If I headbutt anyone, I'll be on the floor bleeding and crying and possibly, well, yeah, I'll be oozing a hell of a lot.
Yeah, it'd hurt you. I mean, the fact that one of them was growing out anyway. Why you've got a plaster on your head all the time?
Yeah, well,
your plate's coming out.
Yeah,
it's like people are fucking stupid.
But I mean, the guy, he eventually let me in because I convinced him. I was just like, look, they're not a dangerous weapon.
Kill me.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we'll do him a solid. Oh, it's like that bit in Alien Resurrection.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we eventually got into the venue, and I'm not kidding. We all stood there.
Oh, like Lady Maria, fucking hell.
Yeah. We went back and forth to the bar for 3 solid hours until they put some of the house lights on and every single band member came onto stage at once, and they just basically announced, look, there's power problems, we can't set up, we can't play, unfortunately, so everyone's going to be entitled to a refund. And I was so disappointed because that would have been the first time I'd ever seen Deer and Grey play live, and I didn't get the chance to do it.
Similar thing happened when I went to see can't remember what they even called, Hardcore Superstar.
Awesome band.
Went to see Hardcore Superstar near Nottingham, Mansfield, I think it was, in like a working men's club.
Was it Phoenix Nights?
It felt like it almost was. It almost was, and they had a noise monitor on everything. So when it went above a certain decibels,
would it cut out?
Everything cut out. And this happened like 4 or 5 times, and the band came on and went, "We ain't playing. We can't do this. Like, we're too loud. You're here for loud music. We're not gonna
disappoint you."
Yeah. So.
Not these bastards.
Yeah, like you can all get refunds, and we're just gonna spend the rest of the gig out there with you, having a drink and a chat. So if you want to hang around and hang out with us, then yeah, please do. And if not, sorry.
Shit, I'm gonna die.
No, you've got this. You've got it. See?
Come on. Oh, thank God.
But yeah. So that was a fun one. Who I would like to see is the next one. Who would I like to see? Powerman 5000.
Oh yes, they have. Oh God,
They
played London. I think the only time I ever recall them being like, it was in the Astoria. I think it was about like 1999, 2000. They were advertised as playing with, I think it was Limp Bizkit. I can't remember, but I remember seeing them on the flyer, and I remember Kerrang doing the review like years and years ago. But I think since then the only time they've ever made any appearances was Festival.
But we'll get back to this next time, because this looks like as good a place as any to leave it for today. So thank you very much for watching. We will see you next time.